Hello, all our best friends.
Ho!
Welcome into the DLLS Cowboys podcast, the very latest on your Dallas Cowboys. Ho. The show starts. Meow. Hello, everyone, and welcome into the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Today's show, of course, presented by our friends at Prize Picks. Get in there, do a little hating on the Eagles this weekend with me, you know?
Yeah.
They got a chance, man.
Less than on every Eagle number. Less than.
You know,
what was that stupid thing that somebody said about, the Philadelphia Eagles? The quarterback of being the Eagles quarterback is the heaviest crown to wear.
Yeah, most scrutiny. Yeah,
it's top 10,000.
Yeah, I said that crown must be that small if the quarterback of the Eagles wear the heaviest crown. You got to be out your ho.
It is tough. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Jeff. I'm sitting next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Guys are going to be running butt naked. All right.
Man, why you got to be butt naked?
Man. It's too cold outside for that.
That's just a prediction on sports.
Too cold outside. It's too cold
People will be
outside
open. And he is next to the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
Mugaletta.
Yes, indeed. And
we'll be back in Mugaletta talk.
Huh?
Soon.
We'll be back in Mugaletta talk.
Yep. It is so hard when John constantly plays Mugaletta for me to remember that it's Mulagetta.
Yeah.
Because all I hear is that. That's all I hear.
And shout out to the people. I forgot, someone hit me on Twitter the other day and it was like, thanks a lot, bro. He's like, because now I literally cannot go on a day without my life when someone says, I think it's funny or this is interesting, and they don't say in themselves in their head, it better be funny or it better be interesting. Listen, I'm the same way. I'm with you. I can't go a day without it. When someone says, if what's funny or it better be interesting, in my head I always say, better be funny. Better be interesting.
See, I say it out loud and it got me in trouble.
Yeah.
I said it better be funny. And it just snap reaction. And it was what? I said, well, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? So Daron Bland's hurt, huh?
Foot injury. He didn't practice yesterday.
Same foot?
I don't know which foot it is. Doesn't matter. I mean,
yes, it matters.
It doesn't matter.
Same foot is
why
bad.
Why does he have a foot injury?
What do you mean, why?
Remember the guy that asked the rebound? Rebound. Ball came up. I grabbed it, put two hands together. That's called a rebound. They had more of those than we had. What do you mean? Why is his foot hurt?
I mean,
his foot hurt.
What I'm saying is, bones and ligaments and tissues and skin. Is it now a rule that when Jerry pays a guy, they get hurt?
That's unfair.
That's unfair. I'm just asking as a rule.
That's unfair. So
you're going after Daron Bland now.
I'm not. It's just.
It's
bad luck. It's whatever it is. It's bad karma. But
David Moore retires, and you start carrying that hit piece. You start carrying that hit piece water for Mr. Jones.
You carrying the water?
Is that the news you want to hear?
No.
Daron Bland. I mean, the season he's had,
yes.
The season the secondary has had, and now a foot injury.
That is what I want to hear. Yes.
No, it's not what
Yes, it is.
We do not want to hear about players getting hurt. I don't know what Jeff is talking about. This show is not a show that wants to see people hurt, want to hear about people hurt.
It is not.
We don't wish injury on anyone.
No,
we know that this is a football game, and we know that football is a 100% hurt business.
That's correct.
The thoughts and words that come out of Jeff Kavanaugh's mouth are not representative of everybody on this panel.
I like the disclaimer. That's a good disclaimer.
Yeah.
But...
No, it's not. But we're not there yet. That is not No.
I agree with everything Jesse said. But because people are always hurt, if it's just a standard, this hurts. But we're going to be conservative with it. Boy, do I support that.
No, because
how's Dak feeling?
You're
You're trying
to get into the draft talk. We're not there yet. This is about this Sunday's game, and really this is about Bland, but it's also about Diggs. Because theoretically, if you're not going to pay Diggs, if you're going to cut him, you don't really want to play him, right? You don't want to play in the final 3 games. You've already done this dance. Let's kill this whole song and dance. Let's just call it what it is.
Well,
the Cowboys are moving on from Diggs.
Let's hold on to the Diggs conversation.
Hurt,
let's hold on to the Diggs conversation.
You may have to play him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Or not.
Josh Butler.
That's Butler, baby. Let's go, Josh.
No, you got to have a wrap up period.
Let's go.
You got to wrap him up.
Josh told y'all 6 weeks ago he ready.
He's ready.
Josh told y'all 6 weeks ago he is ready. Let's go. Let's get Butler Island lit up. Let's
said
go.
one reason he hasn't played Diggs because you got to ramp him up.
Let's go.
Now
let's
Butler,
go, Josh
you
Butler.
going to ramp Butler up?
He been ramped up, man.
No, he hasn't been practicing with
6
the team.
weeks. He been telling y'all he ready to go. He healthy. He ready to go.
Running sprints and practicing with the team with different things.
He's ready.
I've been doing draft stuff pretty strong the last week.
Yeah.
Your boy been in there working. I'm getting ready. But what were you gonna say? Is there something you want to go before Diggs? Because if not, I got some. I have a Diggs thing.
No, I thought we were gonna do Diggs later on in the conversation.
Oh, no, Diggs out the gate.
Oh, let's go. Let's go Diggs out the gate.
Okay, so yeah, I'm now comfortable saying that Diggs won't play this year, and I'm also comfortable being wrong. So if I'm wrong, that's fine too. But I'm comfortable because of what I heard yesterday on the telly.
Mm-hmm.
Which was our friend Jane Slater talking about Diggs.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. Apparently there's some rumors out there about how he got hurt. I don't know what that means. Apparently he doesn't like those, which is a quick way to dispel those, which would be tell people how you got hurt at the house. But basically the story was I missed a cover 2 call in practice, and so that's why I didn't play in this game.
Mm.
When I tell you that is the biggest load of hog hooey I have ever heard. Yeah, I practiced all week, ready to start. Missed one call on a play one time in practice, and they're like, that's it. You're out of there. While watching what they've been watching, that was the reason he didn't play? No, it isn't. It absolutely isn't.
Yeah.
It is not a single play in practice. It is either they think you can't help them because they're watching you, and they're saying, yes, he says he's healthy.
Then why put him out with the first team? Why do that at all?
To see.
But you've been watching practice the week before. You saw him the week before.
Yeah.
Why put him out there with the first team last week?
Because we watched them play again, and now we want to see you again. It's very Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo, Mozzie Smith, Jay Toya. Look, go out there. Hold on, let me see it again. And they watch it again. No, he can't play, right? Like, no, he can't play. And they're like, right, but we just watch everybody else.
What you're setting up is like, so Caitlin Carson was perfect in practice? So everybody else had clean practice tape? And he's the only one that made a mistake in practice, so we got to punish him?
I think you have the answer to why he's not going to play. I think you have the right answer because I know the NFL salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a knowledge gap when it comes to veteran player, big money, if he has a big injury, but the guaranteed money is gone like Diggs is.
Right.
And they are absolutely planning to cut him this offseason. If a major injury happened to him, I don't know what that means for how you cut a guy.
And let's just go with the guaranteed money gone and they plan to cut him. And I retweeted somebody the other day saying the Cowboys were $50 million over the cap, right?
Oh man, they're in trouble then.
You're not telling the truth because they can pull these levers and do all this stuff to create cap room. Yes, they can do all that. Yes. But as of right now, when you look at the cap room, they're $50 million over the cap or something like that.
I can give you the exact number. Give me 9 seconds here. 2026, the Cowboys are $47,919,066 over the projected cap.
Roughly $50 million. But the bottom line is, so we know they have to do some things to clear cap room because they want to sign allegedly George Pickens and sign free agents and in the draft. I mean, that's what they say.
No.
Yeah, and if they put him on the franchise tag, that's $28 million, $30 million just off the cap right from the beginning.
Hard cap.
You know, so that goes right on your cap.
That's on there. Bow.
So that's right there. So then you have to then that lessens whatever you do. So yeah, you can pull a lever with Dak and Tyler Smith and CD and create cap room, but you also can cut Diggs and cut Terrence Steele to create cap room as well.
Yes.
And if that's your plan, you need that money.
Yes.
So that's part of their offseason plan to clear cap room.
And if he had some sort of major injury and they released
him, that would complicate things.
There would have to be some sort of settlement. And that
would certainly have to be injury settlement. It depends on what the injury is. He may have to be on the roster. His base salary for next year is $14 million. You're trying to get out from under that.
And if he gets hurt in any one of these last 3 games and it's a major injury, the injury settlement is a percentage of that $14 million.
Yeah.
So
okay, then he shouldn't play.
Right.
Then he should absolutely should.
And so those are the things that they have to look at. And
but also, neither should Terrence Steele.
As these guys, but here's the thing.
But they're already playing Terrence Steele.
Terrence Steele's already out there, and you risk maybe running the wrong guy out there, and your $60 million guy can possibly get hurt.
Well, I have an answer for that too.
Don't play him either. I see where you get to.
But this is what I always tell people.
Joe Milton season load up.
But this is what I always tell people: like, why you always talking about players' money? Follow the money. You have in the NFL, you have to follow the money. Money dictates decisions.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of players. Why y'all? Because
bands will make a dance.
Well, that's true. I'm just talking about for roster decisions, team decisions. Money dictates decisions. So I said that right.
Yeah.
No, not really. Like, I think you put the S in the middle of the word. I think it was Dick State.
We got you. See where your mind's at.
Anyway, decisions are made by money. So that's why we talk about money. That's why you always put somebody's money by their name, because at some point, the money's going to get you cut more than you play. People cut people for salary cap reasons.
Yeah.
If you didn't have this big salary cap, we make it,
it's the FA.
We'll keep you a little longer.
It's the FAFO scale. If your play is real good, and your money's real good, that's real good. But then if your play is just kind of good, but your money's real good, well, you're on the wrong side of the scale.
Right. And that's why I don't begrudge players when they outlive their contract or outplay their contract, to ask for more money. Because when you don't play up your contract, what they going to do? Cut you for salary cap reasons.
That's right.
You mean those guys don't honor contract?
No, the teams do not honor contract, but all the fans get mad at players. Well, he has a contract. He should be there.
Just to be clear, teams do honor the contract. They pay him exactly what it says in there they have to pay him when they cut him. You had guarantees to here.
No.
Now we're here, and according to your contract, I cut you, and this is what I owe. That's following the contract.
A lot of guys get cut and still, they'll get their money if there's guaranteed, but they don't always live out.
The contract for 5 years. If I cut you out 3 years, your guarantee's up. You're still not
playing. But that's in the contract.
Okay, but it's in the contract. Okay.
Right?
It's not in the contract I can cut you.
Yes, it is.
It just goes with saying because I don't have to pay you means I can cut you, but there's nothing in the contract says I can cut you.
I want you to get me an NFL contract.
It says I
promise this.
I'll bring one.
What happens when you are released is absolutely in there.
I'll bring one.
Well, no, what happens?
I promise the terminology of what happens when you're released is in your contract.
I'll bring one. In your contract that, yes, obviously I can cut you for any reason.
Right.
I can fire you for any reason.
Right.
But it's not in your contract. It's, that's saying that, once your guarantee's up, I'm just going to move away from you.
Well, you should.
But I can also keep you too.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But my point is we don't keep you because
But to your point, that's why I don't get mad when players try to hold out, try to get paid again or whatever, even though they have years remaining. Right. Because you're not honoring your contract.
No.
Because you know that they don't have to in the same way. Like, yes, in theory, you signed me to a 5-year contract. We both know I'm not playing all 5. So, we're both playing the same game, and that's fine. That's the way we do it. And
unless you're a quarterback and they get all their money.
They get no, they don't.
A lot of them get their
Russell
money.
Wilson didn't get all his money.
Well, that got all his money. I mean, obviously, if you're still on the team, you don't get your money.
GM Ben swerved across 6 lanes of traffic to take shots at Micah Parsons. He said the guy Jerry doesn't pay gets hurt too. William Cook is in the super chat.
Parsons sucks.
He said, I wonder if it matters to Dak that he could have one of his best statistical years on whether he plays or not.
Yes.
And that will be
It does matter.
It matters.
I think that'll be kind of the topic of the conversation in our next segment, where it is just sort of how do you approach it the rest of the way and why? Yeah. Because I think everybody has their own individual reasons for why they want to handle things a certain way and the way that they're going to do it. And I have the way that I think the Cowboys should handle this. Although, not yet. Because
1%.
1%.
1%. 1%.
You win this week, they lose this week. That affects what I think.
I guarantee you.
1%.
And I'm
a little less than, apparently. There's a less than sign next to the 1.
I'm confident. 1%. Even if they are mathematically eliminated this weekend, you're going to see Dak Prescott play next week. And I will tell you why when we come back from this break.
I hate you.
They're going to play on Christmas.
Next. Ladies and gentlemen, the cold weather is setting in, and that is when it's time to check out our friends at Mack Weldon. The Warm Knit Collection is what I would like to draw your attention to. For many years, I thought my future was as a Sherpa. I have not achieved that career path, but you can achieve the Sherpa fleece jackets from our friends at Mack Weldon. Yeah, you already got your Mack Weldon stuff for the summertime, but now it's cold time, okay? Maybe not today, but it is cold time. In general, Mack Weldon's got you covered. You like the fleece jackets? The waffle long sleeve Henley? You like the Henley. The wool cardigan? You like wool, and you like cardigan. All sorts of great options for staying warm throughout the winter from our friends at Mack Weldon. And if you want to explore the Warm Knit Collection, guess what? You get 20% off your first order of $125 or more with the code DLLS. Conquer the cold, baby! Head on over to MackWeldon.com and get that 20% off your first order of $125 or more with the promo code DLLS. That's MackWeldon, WELDON.com, promo code DLLS. Also want to shout out our friends at Aura Frames, the perfect gift for the holiday season. You're out there right now. You're thinking about a gift card, aren't you? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Unless it's like the perfect gift card for the perfect, but don't be that guy. Go to auraframes.com. That's AURA. And get a personal gift. You can actually personalize it before you send it. When they open it up and they're looking at it, bang, you could already have it personalized. Plus, you can always, in an Aura frame, add anything, photos, videos, whatever, from your phone, bang, right into the frame, and they're hooked up with a wonderful personalized gift. For a limited time, you can save on that perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com. You get $35 off their best-selling Carver mat frames, which is named #1 by Wirecutter, by using the promo code DLLS at checkout. That's AURAFrames.com, promo code's DLLS. And the deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames do sell out fast. So order yours now. You'll get it in time for the holidays. Support the show. Mention us at the checkout at auraframes.com. Terms and conditions do apply. I have an important announcement to kick off the second segment. I didn't realize this was happening. The quesarito is making its return today.
Yo. What the hell is a quesarito?
It's a burrito quesadilla hybrid at Taco Bell.
I still owe you guys.
We got to have a foot race.
I'm telling you, like, once January comes, no Taco Bell for me for the entire. I'm fasting for the whole month.
Okay, so we got to hit it quickly. Get you some Taco Bell right before.
Get
the quesarito's back. Which I don't know why we need so many different names for different shape of tortilla around our fillings for all of the food items, but that's what we do. So congratulations if you're a big quesarito person. Go out there and get you one. How are they going to approach it the rest of the way? How should they approach it the rest of the way? Shotty says, I want to win. I would imagine Dak says, I want to win. And Jesse, you said Dak's going to play regardless.
Yep.
Why? He got the money tied up in it?
No. Because a lot of, anytime you start talking about, like, we start talking about Diggs, right? Like Diggs, Bland, Dak, CD, George, anything that requires a big contract, this has long been known here in Dallas, that's handled by the Joneses. Shotty and them get to handle the rest of them.
Christmas.
Okay? Shotty and them get to handle the rest of them. They get to handle the Josh Butlers of the world. They get to handle the Sam Williams of the world. Javante's. Yeah. But the big money dudes, those pawns get moved by the Joneses. And the one thing that I know, that you know, and that if y'all don't know, you should know, Jerry is a businessman first. That's why it says president. That's why it says owner, president, general manager. Owner first. That is a businessman. Jerry has what network the game is being played on?
I don't know.
Netflix, right? Maybe. Is it on Netflix?
Could be.
I think it's on Netflix. I think the Christmas game is on Netflix.
Maybe.
Jerry Jones has partnerships, has friends, has people that he wants to continue to do good business with. Remember, Jerry Jones, while he is the owner, president, and the general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, he is one of the NFL's mover and shakers.
Power broker.
He is a power broker in the NFL. You think that Jerry Jones, with his football team playing on Christmas Day, that he's going to march out Joe Milton for Netflix? He's going to say, he's going to shake my hand. He's going to say, my good friends at Netflix, I love the relationship that we have for you. You put a lot of money in my pocket when we did this documentary on me a couple months ago. We probably got some more things coming down the pike in the future. My good Netflix brothers, this is far greater than just one game. This is $100 million, $100 billion relationship that I have with you. And they're saying, yeah, but Jerry, but on Christmas, I know you guys are out of the playoffs. You can't give us Joe Milton.
Yeah.
You can't, Jerry. You can't give us. We can't have Joe Milton versus what's the Washington's quarterback name? Mariota. We can't have Joe Milton and Mariota on Christmas.
Jaden Daniels is healthy, by the way, but he's not playing.
We can't, Jerry. We can't have this. Jerry goes, well, I got you. I'm gonna take care of you because I am, and I will, and I always will be about that bread.
Yep.
I'm gonna be about that cheddar dollar bill, y'all. Dak Prescott is playing on Christmas unless he suffers and I'm knocking on wood. We don't wish that on, unless he suffers a serious injury that takes him off the field. Dak Prescott is playing on Christmas Day because Jerry has business partners that he would like to keep good business relationships with, even if it meant the cost. Because remember, Netflix will last far longer than Dak Prescott. Even if it means that I could potentially lose Dak Prescott, Netflix will be around for the next 20 years. And Jerry wants to keep relationships for the next 20 years with Netflix. And he may want to do movies and all that. He may be investing. We don't even know. He may be an investor in Netflix. There's no way in hell, if Dak Prescott is healthy on Christmas Day, that Jerry Jones is not making sure that he gets on the field.
From Netflix to chill.
Oh my God.
Not Netflix and chill. Netflix to chill. Not Netflix and chill. I don't know if you know anything about that. But anyway.
Nope. I'm a good, clean Christian man. Don't even have a Netflix account.
I think you're right. And that's the thing about it. You know, Shotty can say the plan is to play Dak. The plan is to play Dak the rest of the season. Because he was asked, with the playoffs off the table, would you play Joe Milton? He said, no, I want to win. The plan is to play Dak. Well, that sounds good. That's the plan, right? That's the plan.
It's a good plan.
And he said the plan.
It's a good plan.
The plans can change. We all know plans can change. And everything Jesse said is right. Dak is playing on Christmas Day. The issue is the season finale against the Giants.
He won't play.
Yeah, that's the question. The season finale against the Giants. But just tell me, when the NFL schedule makers did this back in April, May, Cowboys, Washington, Christmas Day.
You thought it would mean something.
Netflix thought they had something.
Yeah. That was before Jerry did something.
Yeah.
Thought they had something.
That was before Jerry cut off the left leg.
And honestly, if I worked for Netflix and I was a Netflix bigwig, I would have thought the same thing. Yeah, right. I would have thought, okay, Cowboys, Christmas Day, that alone is intriguing. That alone is going to.
Right.
And guess what? They're still going to get the views. They may not get Thanksgiving Day views, right? But yeah, if I would, and they told me, hey, here's what we're presenting. You can have Chicago and whoever on Christmas Day, or you get Washington Cowboys on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Give me the Cowboys, because you thought at some point in time that this was going to mean something. This would have had playoff implications, needing the victory to win the division, maybe to something.
And the NFL thought that was cooking because I also have the Chiefs in Denver. They thought it was going to mean something too.
Yeah,
they wouldn't even have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
they wouldn't even get Patrick Mahomes. He's out for the season.
I would have bet too. I would have been wrong, but in May or June, I would have bet, because the last 7 years told me that the Chiefs were going to be in the playoffs and going to the AFC Championship, nothing less than that. No, that's what the last 6-7 years have said.
Patrick Mahomes.
I would have taken Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Cowboys on Christmas Day 10 times out of 10.
Taylor Swift.
That's why I tell y'all, this thing ain't rigged. You think the NFL is rigged?
This thing was rigged. We would have won something.
Yeah. You think this thing is rigged?
We would have won something.
All of that. But just getting back to the Cowboys, does it mean something to finish strong, even if you're out of the playoffs? Because if they lose Sunday, I think Sunday's a big game, because that's really the last decent team they're playing.
Yeah.
If they lose at home Sunday, that means that they would have lost 3 of the last 5 games, and even they would have a losing record over the last 5 games, regardless. 3-game losing streak, even though no matter what you do with the last 2 games, you still have a losing record over your last 5. To go into the offseason, everything that the goodwill, the good tidings of the 3-game winning streak, beating Philadelphia, beating Kansas City, managing and how the brotherhood and the culture, managing the tragedy of Marshawn Kneeland, all that's off the table. We talked to Shotty about that, because in Jerry, it's a bottom line business. It's about winning and losing. And there's no good feelings about a season, number one, when you don't get in the playoffs, number 2, when you have a losing record. You can't carry a lot of stuff over into the offseason and say, we did. Yeah, what they did on offense, but overall as a team, overall shot his first year, there's nothing good that can come from a losing record or a non-winning record. And then, again, losing 3 of your last 5 games for sure. If not more than that, it depends on what you do against the Giants in Washington.
I could be wrong.
And we're not talking about draft positivity.
I could be. Matter of fact, let's go to the super chat. Let's go to the super chat here. We got a super chat, very important from Dro Knows. Somebody gonna be mad, but Caden Proctor, the left tackle from Bama, to the Cowboys with that first pick, then an edge like Howell out of Texas A&M with the later first-round pick, and also C.E. King, North Shore, and Randall will all win on Saturday.
Man, stop that Houston stuff. Dallas sweep, Southern Dallas sweep. We fighting, Dro. Come on down here.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
Because I can only say what happens in my brain, and then I'm projected onto everyone else. I'm going to project it. Super Chat did it. I'm gonna project this onto everybody else. 3-0 the rest of the way, 0-3 the rest of the way. If the Eagles don't go 0-3, if you tell me, I guess I'm saying I can't be wrong. If you tell me that by next July or August, the guys that gather for training camp will give half a damn what happened in the last 3 games here, I disagree.
I'm with you.
Sure, you feel better today. The next time it matters is next late August, early September. Nobody cares what happened in these last 3 games by the time it matters at all. Yeah, you feel better. Players want to play. Players want to win. When you win, you feel better and you're happier. Christmas will be more fun. You'll have a better time on Christmas Day. But the idea of our culture or our whatever, the New York Jets culture is not affected by the fact that they're not going to play healthy Justin Fields and they're going to run Brady Cook out there. They're trying to get their draft pick because that matters more. Who cares?
Let me tell you right now, there's 3 type of men that are in that locker room right now. There are 3 type of men.
Which one am I?
Neither.
Damn.
Of the 3. Just simply because you're not in that locker room.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Good man. You're still a good man.
Fair.
But there are 3 type of men in that locker room right now. Okay? And this is not exclusive to the Cowboys. There are 3 type of men in everybody's NFL locker room right now.
But there will be upsets. There will be teams who have nothing to play for who will win games, like the Falcons beating Tampa last week. There will be some teams who have nothing to play for who will play and win games they shouldn't be winning.
Because it feels good.
But that happens too.
Yeah, sure. There's 3 type of men in the locker room right now. You have the first type of men who love the game.
Right.
You have the lovers of football. Mm-hmm. Your Dak Prescotts of the world.
And I need you to love it next year. I don't need you getting hurt now.
Like Dak Prescott is one of those guys, and when he sits in the podium and he says that, I'm going to come and I'm going to give my best. Like he's the guy that's going to come in, show up, continue to be a professional. And there are others like him. There's that guy. There's a lover of the game.
Ken Murray loves the game.
Sure, maybe.
He's professional, consummate.
You know what I'm saying? There's men in there who love the game of football and will continue to do their job to the best of their absolute ability in there. The second man in that locker room is there are guys who are on the phone with their representatives.
Name them.
And they're saying, hey, about that contract of mine, what escalators am I near? What bonuses am I near?
Yeah, let me get some money.
Do I need how many tackles? How many interceptions? How many receptions? How many yards? How many touchdowns? Yada. The second guy in there is going to be hunting bonuses. Okay, these last 3 games, you got a few guys in there that'll be bonus hunting. I need to play 76% of the snaps and get an extra 100,000. I need 100 tackles to do this. If I make it to the Pro Bowl, I get 200,000. So you're gonna that's the second man that you have in that locker room, who are now calling their agents and asking their agents, can you please let me know how close am I to reaching any of the bonuses that I could potentially get through this year, so that I can be telling my coach or my quarterback or whoever it is, so I can reach those. And then the third guy that you have in that locker room, you have that guy in that locker room who's already at his offseason house. Okay, he's calling people up. Hey, come get the cars. Yeah. Come get the cars, man. Nah, yeah. We got 3 games left, man. Come get the cars. Yeah, and make sure we tell people with the Airbnb that I rented out this season that we're not coming back in this Airbnb next year. Yeah. And call the people that I rented just furniture from. To have them let them know January, whatever the last game is, the next day, the 2 days from there, come get this furniture because I'm not going to be in this crib. I'm going to my off-season house, and who knows where I'll be next year. All right, cool. Bye. Thank you. Those are the 3 men that you have in
I'm
that
like
locker
that
room
one
right
because
now.
I scheduled a ski trip as soon as I
Right.
played the last game.
So
I'm missing the Friday show.
Those are the 3 men that you have, type of men that you have in that locker room right now. You have the lovers of the game. You have the incentive-based guys now hunting those stats. And then you have the guys who have already checked out and are looking now to start moving stuff and stay healthy. And they want to stay healthy because they don't want to be here to have to rehab.
See, I want number 1, but some of number 3.
Can't have them all.
And there's number 2. Let's just be honest. Dak has numbers he has a chance to hit. CD has numbers. CD's trying to get $1,000. I mean,
Dak's making $16 million. He's cool on all his.
He's cool, but it's about legacy. It's about when you start playing long, when you play the game.
Yeah, for sure.
How many millions you need before $250,000 doesn't matter? And I have no idea what his bonuses are.
No, but I don't think Dak has it. I'm just saying.
I want my other $250,000.
But
whatever Trevon has, he said $500,000 doesn't matter.
In a lawsuit, leading the league in passing.
For sure.
CD trying to get 1,000 yards,
to continue his streak.
All of that kind of stuff. Those things matter. They will play until those things, at least the next 2 weeks.
I can take care of CD. He's at 976.
Right.
I got you, buddy.
First play of the game.
I got you.
Dagger. Let's go.
Javonte Williams is almost,
He over 1,000?
Yeah, but he almost, I think he has a chance to get over 1,200 yards for the first time since Zeke did it in 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's some numbers out there that guys are trying to hit that can hit, and that's important to do.
I'm just saying those are the type of 3 guys.
No, I don't agree. I'm just saying that.
That's a good segment right there to cut up John right there. Put that out. You know what I'm saying?
Is he patting himself on the back in the middle of the show?
That'd be a good little
that was good.
short.
Is that kind of, are we doing this in the middle of the show?
That was solid, I thought.
Coming up next on the DLS Cowboys podcast, George Pickens hadn't had a big game in 2 weeks. He's talked about the why, and Jesse Holley's going to show it to you. That's next in No Ball Better University. KBBU is next. All right, friends, I'd like to talk to you about our friends at Shopify. What kind of dreams did you have when you were growing up? You had a dream. You had a dream. What you wanted to be when you grow up, and what about now? Maybe you have a business or you have an idea for a business. Guess who can help you with that? Our friends at Shopify. It's the e-commerce platform that's behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States, including they do power our store here, our merch store at DLLS, alldlls.com. Thanks to Shopify for taking care of us in that regard. All you really need is an idea. Website creation, product descriptions, email, social media marketing, all that. AI tools to help you maximize sales. They have all those things for you. It's ready for you at Shopify. So if you have a business idea, turn that big business idea into cha-ching monies with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial. Start selling today. Shopify.com/AllCity. That's all you got to do. Head over to Shopify.com/AllCity. I also want to salute our friends at Wild Fork Foods, which is my favorite store on planet Earth. I'm telling you, if you were buying your meats at the grocery store, stop it. Give them one shot. Go to Wild Fork Foods, one of their 9 DFW locations. When I tell you they have everything. Animals you're not even thinking about, they got it. If you like just the meats, the sort of steaks that you're looking for, they got it with good pricing. And they got grill masters all over the store. If you work at a Wild Fork Foods, you know exactly what you're talking about, how to prepare everything. It's amazing. You can do entire meals there too because they have incredible sides. Had their green beans, had their mac and cheese recently. The chimichurri skirt steak, the pre-marinated outside skirt steak. Those are just things I've had in the last couple of weeks. And they've got locations all over DFW. Frozen's fresher at Wild Fork Foods. Their organic, grass-fed ground beef, 85% lean, is $5.60 a piece if you buy 2. About the best you're going to see. Try them out. One of their 9 DFW locations. You can learn more at wildforkfoods.com. All right, let's talk George Pickens. He's been a big story for the Dallas Cowboys lately. 2 straight games of not doing a whole lot, and George is telling us that there is a reason for that. And to get the bottom of it, we're going to bring in Jesse Holley, former Cowboys wide receiver for a little KBBU, No Ball Better University. Here we go.
Let's go. Class is now in session. This is brought to you by our good friends at Qualis Roofing and Construction. To all of those who want to learn, my good students, come on in, class. Sit up here in the front. All you wahoos and riffraffs, get to the back of the classroom or get the hell out. We're going to get to the film, and we're going to break this thing down a little bit. And I'm going to help my guy. George Pickens, even though a lot of you tried to, pit me against George Pickens because
Clarence did.
You did try to. You
I did
tried
not
to.
pit you against
you
anybody.
tried to. You tried.
Yeah,
but George Pickens, you know, he had a good streak where he was just out of this world when CeeDee Lamb went out, and then when CeeDee Lamb first came back, George Pickens
still lead the team in reception and catches and touchdowns.
Oh yeah, CD missed games.
Yeah,
CD's getting more yards per game.
CeeDee missed 4 games.
CD got more yards per game.
Still among top 10 in the league, right?
Yeah.
CD got more yards per game.
George Pickens has what, 1,100 yards, 1,200 yards. CD has 900 and something, almost 1,000, and he missed 4 games.
Yeah.
Tell you all you need to know about the productivity from each. Anyway, so one of the things that George Pickens has talked about is, you know, why haven't you been able to continue to do what you've done those few games that you had where you were just lights out and playing big time football? And George was saying, hey, listen, man, I've been doubled. You know, they've been doubling me, and so
That's
you know,
tough.
It's tough.
That is tough.
It's a tough world. It's a tough place to be. Being a big time receiver and being doubled, man, it's wild how that happens to the good ones, and they still able to produce when they get doubled. But anyway, nonetheless, let's get to the film right here. All right, when we look at this first picture right here, I think this is the best copy of it when you see it from the sideline. And one of the things about the Minnesota Vikings that they gave issues and trouble to the Cowboys, and not just the Cowboys, many other teams, is that they give you these looks, and now you're trying to decipher, all right, what are they in? You know, are they in cover 4? It looks to be that way, but you don't quite know because you're saying, wait a second, where's that other safety at? Where are these guys tucked away at? These guys, they got 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. We only have truly 6 guys to block them. As a quarterback, I'm trying to sift through this all. Now, one of the ways that I believed, and I think that maybe Brian Schottenheimer could help George Pickens out, and maybe this is a George Pickens problem or something like that. I don't know, but lining you up always outside by yourself, it doesn't help you much when you're trying to get away from the double coverage. All right, so next part. There is the safety, Harrison Smith. And in Brian Flores' defense, Harrison Smith is the guy who's the movable guy. Like, he plays down in the box. He'll play left side, right side. He'll play in the A-gaps. He'll play on the edges. He'll play second level. He'll play third level. He'll play outside, inside. Like, Harrison Smith is a guy who is always going to be the movable guy. So George Pickens up top. There's Harrison Smith. So as the ball is being snapped, George Pickens is looking at this, and now he's seeing that safety who is darting out. And if you look at the safety's head, it is out and facing George Pickens. That cornerback is off coverage with his butt to the sideline, looking in at the quarterback, understanding that I am driving on anything that is going to be short. The safety is driving back over the top to hold my, to take care of my 6 and making sure that nothing happens up top. And now the other linebacker that was tucked inside, when they get back to this zone coverage, this linebacker now is going to buzz underneath. Why is that important? Because the slant. That's one of the routes that George Pickens has eaten on, and that the Cowboys have. Yeah, that's our fault. We should have never told anybody. And so that linebacker now is engaged in the line of scrimmage. But at the snap of the ball, he now backs out. So you kind of almost have the Bermuda Triangle. You have a cornerback who's playing outside. You have a safety who's playing over the top. You have a linebacker that is buzzing underneath. There is really no route that he can run right now, George Pickens, where he can get the ball. This is one of those routes where the quarterback, as you see right now, Dak Prescott is kind of looking this thing off, not even really giving a lot of attention because he's saying, we don't have it. That linebacker, when he gets to his next drop, he drops into that dig zone, right? So that dig zone where that linebacker's dropped into, he has eyes on that running back, which is Hunter Lipke, who is coming out of the backfield, as well as eyes on the quarterback. Wherever the quarterback moves, that linebacker now will try to get into that passing lane. So that linebacker is now playing underneath and is taking away the zone, the dig route, the in route, the dig route, the in route, anything that's kind of like curl. You see that cornerback, he's already said, I've already committed to, you can have whatever you want behind me because I have the safety behind me. I'm taking everything away underneath and to the outside. So Brian Flores had a really good design and coverage and scheme for ways like this to eliminate George Pickens from the process. And then, of course, when you get pressure in the backfield, that doesn't help you as well. Now here's one of the things that, I talked about you guys, everybody had an issue with George Pickens and the way that he played a couple games ago about the lackadaisicalness and all that kind of stuff. And I said, don't talk to me about that now because this is who he is. And you can even see right now, Dak has made a Houdini type move and beat the rush, but George Pickens has walked himself out of bounds. He can't be a part of the play anymore. He willingly took himself out of the play, while now Dak Prescott is in scramble mode, but he has walked himself out of the play, so he is no longer a viable option in this scramble drill where Dak Prescott will probably look his way because, a lot of quarterbacks, they just go, hey, one of my best receivers is down there somewhere and heave it up to him. But George Pickens has taken himself out of the play on this one. All right, next play. Again, here's George Pickens. I want you to see him at the bottom, right? There's George Pickens at the bottom. There's Harrison Smith. Again, that's their do-it-all movable player in that scheme for the Minnesota Vikings. But I also want you guys to see this. Like George Pickens, when you line up, we consider this +2 on the bottom of the numbers, okay? There's only a certain amount of routes that you can run, right? You can run the go route. Like even from here, you can't run a comeback because you don't have much room left on the sideline. So right. I'm thinking about everything that you're going to run outside of a go route is going to be an in-breaking route, whether that's a slant, a curl, an in, a dig, or a post. All of that you have to run in-breaking route. So if I'm playing off coverage and I'm looking in at the quarterback, again, Harrison Smith is a guy who's going to play underneath this to kind of alleviate you from thinking about running a slant route. That cornerback is already, you can see, he's more close to the bottom of the numbers than George Pickens. So that means he's taking away the inside routes from George Pickens while still playing the coverage if he runs a go ball that I can turn and still have eyes on the quarterback and play that down the field. Next one. So as this play is going, Dak Prescott gets the ball and he's looking outside. You see Harrison Smith, pointing out to his cornerback, like, hey, get out there. I'm coming underneath. You see the eyes of Dak Prescott, what he's looking at over there, and there's nowhere really to throw for him inside on that route. And they're willing to give up some of the short stuff, right? They're willing to give it some of the short stuff because we'll rally to that and tackle. We have a guy outside, we have a guy inside. So they're looking at that and they've decided we are not giving him anything like that. They run a quick little out route for George Pickens. And this is one of those plays where you're just trying to get your guy involved, trying to get him to touch the football, trying to get him to kind of just get a little bit of a lather going, see the ball go in the net because it just hasn't been going well for him right now. So they give up the little bit of an out route right there to George Pickens because they think to themselves, cool, we'll rally and tackle to this. And as you can see, Harrison Smith, he's coming from the inside out. So that George Pickens kind of spin move that he likes to do sometimes when you see him run routes and get away from defenders, can't do that because you have a guy coming from, we call this a cup. Thank you. Yeah. Creating the cup. A guy coming from the inside, guy coming from the outside. We're going to cup this thing. As you can see, the linebacker as well is coming in on this play. They'll give him the quick little out, and then they'll rally to tackle him for a very short gain. So, yes, George Pickens is not getting the ball because they are playing coverages towards his way. But there's one thing that I would encourage and urge George Pickens to want to be better at going forward. There's a lot of guys in this league that get double teamed. If you're considered one of the top 10 receivers in this league, you're probably going to get double teamed. But it will behoove you, George Pickens, that maybe you have to go to coach and say, Coach Schottenheimer, we need to be more creative about how we are setting me up. I just don't always want to be the guy who is on the line of scrimmage, the old school X receiver on the line of scrimmage outside of the numbers because it limits my opportunities. And when you start playing the better teams, as you guys have seen, those better teams are more equipped and better to handle that type of play calling for a player of his caliber. There's a reason why, and I won't get into the debate about who's the better receiver or not because y'all don't really want to hear the truth, but there's a reason why CeeDee Lamb is the movable guy, why he's the motion guy, why he's the slot guy, why he'll play outside, inside, left side, right side, because those are the guys who, and that's how you beat double coverage, George Pickens. You become the move guy. They can't double a guy that's always on the move. They can't double a guy who's in the slot. You bunch you up. There's ways to get around that, but that's for another KBBU for another day. And that is KBBU. Class is now dismissed.
Now, there's a word on the street in the NFL world, blogger world, NFL player world, even Pickens. The teams are more worried about Pickens than Lamb. And Pickens, the coverage on Pickens, opening things up for Lamb. That's why Lamb had a big game because he's concerned about Pickens.
Sure.
But what about?
I hear what you said. What happened in the past?
Yeah,
I'm just saying that.
I'm just telling you that I watched CeeDee Lamb with far less talent across from him go for 1,700 yards.
Don't disagree.
I watched him do it last year with a backup quarterback and far less talent across from him go for over 1,000 yards. So I hear what you're saying, and I'm not saying this is you, but
it's not me.
The people, the streets, whoever is saying that, that's fine. Cool beans. Have at it. I'm just telling you. There are number one receivers in this league who get doubled a lot, and they still able to succeed.
And he says he has to move. They got to put him on the move, do some things to free him up from that. And that's something he has to expand his game, and that's part of it. But good gosh.
And I'll also say this.
If you have a number one receiver and they're giving all this attention to Pickens, then something else ought to be open. The real issue
I'll tell you this. When you go back and you watch some of these plays, like one of those plays, I didn't even show because it wasn't about that. Yeah. But Brian Schottenheimer is running scot-free down the middle of the field.
Yeah.
He's, now that falls back on your quarterback. Yeah. Maybe that's the line not protecting it. Maybe that's being confused about where you're going to go with your read. But to your point, when they're doing that, someone else had to be open. They missed a touchdown opportunity for Brian Schottenheimer running. What did I say earlier? They'll be running butt naked around there.
Running butt naked.
And Schotty said it. He didn't say Dak
guys are going to be running butt naked.
The quarterback can get spooked. You know, when your line is, when your tackles are not blocking. That's it wasn't just you talked about the cross dog blitz or whatever else, but it was the tackles that were getting you killed.
Well, that's always
3 weeks to go. If it goes really, really well, could you change your mind about Matt Eberflus? Is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. But let's talk about ball caps. We got some ball caps. Got some branded Bills ball caps for you, co-branded with the branded Bill. We do not have Santa hats
yet.
We do not have Santa hats for you in the merch store. But
get you a Santa.
We got those hats.
Yeah, those are nice hats.
Oh, those are good hats.
Those are great hats.
Those are good hats.
Branded Bill hats.
But not we don't have one that has a fuzzy ball on the top.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll get you one.
Ben.
But we do have
2026
sweet hats in our merch store at alldlls.com. And if you like them hats, well, when you sign up to be a diehard, you can't pick a free hat. That's not how it works. You can pick a free T-shirt, okay? But then you do get discounts on merch, so you can get a discount on a hat if you sign up to be a diehard at alldlls.com, okay? And we keep the QR code on the screen for you there, and then you can always check the description in the video on YouTube and find your way to getting to be a diehard. And that gets you a hookup. Gets you a hookup on ad-free experience on the website, all of the premium content from all of the beat writers for all of your DFW sports teams. Bang! You got that when you sign up to be a diehard. Then you get an invite to our Discord where we're hanging out. I realized last night the TV show Fallout's back. I'm going to see if anybody wants to talk Fallout with me.
Don't know
what about feet?
Still not a channel for feet. Still not a channel for feet in the.
It's not in the Discord.
No, I can tell you what the channels are in our Discord. There's no feet.
I'm working.
It's
gotta cut to some red HR tape.
KG was in there yesterday talking about not being over John Cena's retirement.
A little wrestling.
In the wrestling one. Here's what we got in the Discord.
Shout out to all my wrestling fans, man. Wrestling.
Diehard chat, DLS podcast, merch, video games, movies and TV, Cowboys, music, food, books, positive vibes, wrestling, Rangers, Stars, Mavs, Wings, college football. That's what we got in the Discord for you. Sign up to be a diehard or else, which is not a threat. It is the DLS Cowboys podcast. We have one segment remaining in our broadcast day, and that one segment is going to be dedicated to your Super Chats first, and then a conversation about the Cowboys defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus. If they play well these last 3 weeks, Jerry said these last 3 weeks matter. What if the defense does show up? Can I talk you into keeping the defensive coordinator? 813-PEARL is in the Super Chat. Jesse, can Dak check out a plays BS called in? That is tough initials to have, BS. Would you like to see him call his own plays sometimes? I love your show. Great chemistry.
He can, and he has.
Yeah.
Dak has full control over this offense. And sometimes, even when George Pickens is doubled, the best play is the play that maybe sometimes gets called, right? And so he's just not going to George Pickens. But the George Pickens issue is about the scheme in which Schottenheimer calls and runs. But yeah, make no mistake about it. Dak checks in and out of any play that he wants to. Dak, when they get into, hurry up mode, that's all Dak at the line of scrimmage. He's a 10-year vet. He has full control over this offense to make the calls that he wants to make when he wants to make them. But again, that defense of the Vikings is one that confuses a lot of quarterbacks. And so you kind of just want to stay on your call and then, go through your progressions and try to find the open receiver.
Just piggybacking on that, Dak has a lot of control, more so control than a lot of quarterbacks in this league.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing it not just this year, for several years now. And you look at some of the things that he does at the line of scrimmage, like you go C.J. Stroud, everybody says, well, C.J. Stroud's better than Dak. C.J. Stroud could not check off a play at the line of scrimmage. I'm just saying, after his first year, a lot of people, were saying things. But a lot of the young quarterbacks, a lot of his quarterbacks do not have the control that Dak has at the line of scrimmage. So what he's doing, passing the ball, also look at what he's doing at the line of scrimmage to make this offense go.
I miss when Romo would about 60% of the play calls from Garrett. He'd hear it in his helmet. And you'd see him turn a little bit to the sideline and do the D-Generation X. And he's like, nope, I'm calling something else.
This just in from Ali over at the Star. Flus said he will move up to the coach's booth and start calling plays.
That's nice.
From there, a chance to get a better perspective and information
The
being
last
upstairs.
3 games.
I'm just telling you what Ali said that he said.
It's not about Ali.
He getting close to the door.
I love that. It's my favorite coaching story in football, college, and NFL.
Probably
because if he had been in the booth, they would say, he's going to come down to the sideline where he can talk to the players more
not
in
when
between
the
drives.
season's
But if
over.
it's not going well and you're already on the sideline, he's going to go to the booth where he can get a better look at things. I would think
they are running out of things.
When you had been coaching this long, you would know which place was better for you to be. But what do I know? MD Rowe is in the super chat. Great show as always, guys. No substitute for winning for me. Can't say which wins matter and which ones don't now that we know how this year ends.
Respect that.
Yeah.
I respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
But you know what could really serve this team? If
there you go.
What?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's like a real minor foot thing or a
bunion?
Turf toe.
Yeah, like a bunion.
Turf toe.
I don't know. Does turf toe come back?
No, turf toe can get your toe.
Jam toe.
Turf toe can get your toes cut off.
Yeah, we don't want that one.
That's well.
We just need.
Yeah, some other things going on.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
John's in the super chat. I know we're not looking at next year yet, but if we were, my guy, how would we feel about a guy like Algier to be our veteran running back contract? Let me tell you 2 things now, John. 1, it's a pretty random guy to name. 2, seemed like he'd be fine in anybody's running back rotation. 3, you are breaking every Clarence Hill rule right now. You are talking about next year and not a big name player. That is a double no-no.
Oh, no, you love running backs. You old school.
I mean, why are you doing me like this?
You got 2 rules. Don't you bring your draft offseason next year crap to me yet. And don't be talking about no small time people.
I thought we was talking about the end of the season. This show's been about the end of the season, not about the draft yet, not about the free agency yet.
I didn't bring it up.
We're supposed to be talking about Eberflus.
Talking about practice.
Not a game.
Talking about Eberflus. And Algier's getting too many damn carries in front of Bijan Robinson.
Bijan leads the league in
I understand that, but they're wasting Bijan Robinson.
Well, that's what happens when your team isn't very good. You waste a lot.
We talking about practice.
We're wasting Dak.
Not a game. Not a game.
Practice.
Yeah, Falcons probably a lot like Jerry.
Did you see it in the middle of the game? Shotty went after like Eberflus. Like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
That's why he went upset. Like, you ain't gonna be talking to me like this on the sideline.
I think that's Recky Specky. I think that's Recky.
Eberflus said, "Same guy hired me, hired you. You don't say nothing to me." Okay,
who you talking to?
I will tell Dad.
What the hell are we doing? Calling the timeout. And Shotty talked about communication issues. That was part of that. There are a lot of, what are we doing?
We discovered that in week 16.
We still having communication issues.
Yes, communication issues, getting guys on and off field. He talking about the guys coming on late. Then people are, and he brought up the other day that said that because calls are late, then they're not confident.
Oh, yes.
They're not confident in the call.
Because I need 12 seconds to process what you've called before I realize what my job is.
They're not confident in the call because they're coming on the field late. But that's all part of the deep. What are you doing on deep? What you been doing since training camp?
Yeah, that's one thing I just can't do is because it'll become a thing every time that your defense is bad or your offense is bad or whatever. It's like, no. These guys just don't get it. And I'm like, well, hold on now. There's 32 teams. You're not going to tell me that my team is uniquely stupid. Like, it's just not, you're just not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them plays 11 guys and then usually add about 10 more in different times. We play 20 guys on defense. My team is not uniquely stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at the coach. If we are confused, if we are busting things, and it's not a guy doing it, that's my coach.
So, will the last 3 games move the needle on Matt Eberflus? Is there anything that he can do in these last 3 games? If they pitch 3 shutouts,
Nothing.
if they pitch 3 shutouts,
Nothing.
Chargers, Washington, Giants, this defense pitched 3 shutouts, 3 dubs.
Man, come on, man.
Then I would try to trade Eberflus.
I don't know that. I don't know
I'm
that.
like Jason Garrett, man. I don't deal in hypotheticals. That ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna 3 shutouts. 3 shutouts. This defense?
I'm just saying.
We're talking about this defense?
I'm all right. Is there anything that he can do?
No.
Jerry Jones came out publicly and he said these next 3 games,
No.
there will be an evaluation happening.
Correct.
And on the defense. He also talked about, felt some kind of way about these quarterbacks who weren't performing coming into playing the Cowboys and all of a sudden performing. He took some
shocked and surprised.
Yeah, he took note to that as well. So is because there are, I would say it's probably 70-30 of people who want Eberflus gone. There are some people who believe that he just needs better players. It's not scheme, it's player.
I do. Okay, so 7 things.
7
things.
All right, number of
1,
completion. Let's roll.
there is nothing that Matt Eberflus can do to convince me that he should be the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys next year. I don't think he can coach in the NFL anymore. I just don't think he has it.
All right. I think that's a man went from being a really good linebackers coach to a defensive coordinator to a head coach back to a defensive coordinator. And you're saying get him the hell out of here?
I think the years go up and stuff gets different and some people stay, and I think Eberflus has stayed. Now, I don't know this because I don't know if I was alive. I guess I was alive. I just don't remember it. But people tell me that even though Jerry caught hell for it, that the league had kind of passed Tom Landry by.
Okay.
I think Eberflus falls in that category. I think he does what he does. I mean, look at these last few games. Early in the game, there will be plays that are positive for the Cowboys, and usually they involve something that he doesn't normally do, a blitz,
Right.
man coverage, and a blitz, like something like that, right? And in the first few plays, the Donovan Wilson play, that was one of the first plays of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They blitzed quite a few times early because teams do this on offense. They script a certain amount of plays to start the game, and now you're doing what you do. I think they do the same thing with Flus, where it's like, we have to do these things. And he's like, all right, fine. And so he'll write them in there. We're early in the game. All right, here's the one. Here, I called that one. Now we get into the game, and he just does what he does. And he forgets, oh, wait, that's what worked for me. And I'm just falling back on the things that I do. I don't think that what Eberflus wants to do is good for an NFL team. There's nothing he could do in the next 3 games that would convince me he should be your defensive coordinator. I don't think he should be anybody's defensive coordinator. And so that was number 1. I forgot the other 6.
Yeah, that's great.
I forgot the other.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was 7 in the first place.
I forgot the other
7 was crazy.
I didn't think there was 7 in the first. There's like 7 things.
Number 2.
Number 2.
No.
Yes. Matt Eberflus does not need better players.
Okay.
The Cowboys do.
Okay.
Yes, their defense is not man for man one of the better defenses in football. But I don't think they're 30th or 32nd or 29th. And being there, that's him. You can't have 6 different guys who have been useful NFL players at some point that are now useless and be like, yeah, because all of them suck. Like, Malik Hooker's been a good player. Donovan Wilson's been passable. Daron Bland's been a good player. All your defensive tackles have been good players. Like, there's a lot of dudes out there that it's just like, you can't tell me all these guys are bad. You can't, because they're not. You are. So that was 2. But I do need better players, some of them.
You need better players.
The secondary's
but you're
bad.
right. It's not just a scheme. It's just being inflexible to change. And he won't adapt and change. And you have to be able to adapt and change. And he won't do that.
I think that's what 2025 NFL is. I think if you were interviewing a defensive coordinator and he walks in and it's like, all right, you could show me what you like. What's your favorite stuff? It's like, cool. This week we're playing this team. Now what do you like? It's like, I got my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, right. Well, they shred that stuff. So here's what they do. What do you do? Like, my stuff. you can't coach here.
But the people that are interviewing them, you think that, and this is, and this
the person interviewing here is incapable
that's what I'm saying.
of doing the interview.
And that's what I'm saying is that this is the part of it when it comes to you picking coordinators that your head coach didn't pick.
Right.
Because Schotty would have the conversation. All right, so what is your scheme?
You're playing us now.
You're playing us now. Like, all right, so we have us, you have the Giants, you have what? How do we defeat these three different offenses, right? And then now you can have ball talk. Jerry doesn't have, I don't believe that he has that level of.
No, you tell him you're running halfback dive, bang 8, and cover 2. He's like, we're in
like the
there.
90s.
We're in there,
Sound
baby.
like the 90s, baby. Sign me up.
On with the line, 90s.
So the 90s was a great decade.
That was 30 years ago.
Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Not you, Clarence.
We all silly like the mayor.